What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. The Black and Biracial conversation. I had a conversation. I had another conversation last night with a family member, and I was like, I remember having a conversation about somebody telling me Russell Wilson was biracial. I'm like, what? Because of his hair. I was like, y'all stupid. But I also had another conversation, or listening to somebody talk about Stephen Curry. Like, yeah, and he's a half-breed. What? And this is where and then but Barack Obama's a black man, right? When it's convenient, when it's not, when you're mad at him, then he biracial, whatever. And this is what I had to come to grips with. People, and somebody that I'm subscribed to who makes nice, great videos. He says sometimes we need to reorganize the race, and to have this color, we have various colors. So just because somebody's completely dark or light doesn't mean that they're not either fully black or biracial. See, this is why, sometimes people talk about the one drop rule and shit. If you want to go by blackness, Stephen Curry is blacker than Halle Berry. Stephen Curry is blacker than Barack Obama. But would you say that by color? Because you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And people try to bring up like Malcolm X was biracial. No, Malcolm X wasn't biracial. Malcolm X's mother could be considered biracial. Yes, he was biracial. But his mother was considered black in America. And his father was black. So he was black. It's just that simple. But Bob Marley was biracial. You know what I'm saying? See, Russell Wilson has two black parents. Colin Kaepernick, okay, he's biracial. Older football fans, Hines Ward is biracial, like Tiger Woods is biracial. Like, if you're a real football fan, you know his name, Lawyer Malloy, is biracial. Now, when you look that up and you see their complexions, you're going to be like, what? Yeah, exactly. Isn't Tisha Campbell black? I think Jasmine Guy is black. If I ain't mistaken, Terrence Howard is black. I don't think he's biracial. I'm not too sure. I know somebody in his family got in a fight for beating up somebody for calling him out his name or whatever. Is Prince biracial? Like El DeBarge is biracial, right? But that doesn't mean every light-skinned person is biracial. And that doesn't mean every brown skin or dark person is fully black. So, it cracks me up because we as a people, with this "you ain't black enough" kick at times, how you know? Like, if I walk around with my son, I can tell some people wonder. Like, why? Why wonder? Why? Matter of fact, I have two grandparents. I got four grandparents. One of them is light, one of them is dark. Same thing, one is in the middle, one's dark. We all got a mixed color in our family. So, do we have, some people may be biracial, some people just light skinned. Some people may be biracial and brown. Some people just brown skinned. Some people may be biracial and dark. Some people just dark skinned. So to tell somebody, oh, well, they're not black because of their hair texture, you're an idiot. I'm bald, but if you saw my hair, then all of a sudden you would question if I'm black, like both of my parents ain't black. You crazy. Because quote unquote, when we go, these people running away from blackness, I would be considered Creole if you run down my family history, because I was born in New Orleans, and I do have, you know, the Indians and the black people and the French people, the white people. It's not that big of a deal. I consider myself black because I'm black. I look black. Both my parents are black, but you know, do I have do I have people in the Choctaw tribe in Oklahoma? Yup. Do I have family members that are French? Yup. you know. But then again, that's the whole black biracial thing, because you got people that think Creole means light skin. No, it don't. It don't. It's just like Creole ain't no different from being Hispanic as far as ethnicity, you know, or Arab. You're a mixture of different races, but within a culture or a religion, or a region. That don't mean you're not your race. Another thing about that is this: if, if we're gonna read, if somebody is or isn't black enough, how far we gonna go back? How are you gonna qualify yourself as black and disqualify yourself as black? Because I can guarantee you this: if you're in America, you're gonna, my last name ain't my last name, but it's the name I got. So don't be surprised if there was some intermingling going on. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that just because I have a slave last name means that the white people interacted and raped and pillaged or reproduced with my family members per se. But I know it happened to my family, but that doesn't mean it happened to yours. So, for all the people who discredit and dislike the one drop rule, just because you're darker than somebody don't mean you quote unquote blacker than somebody. you know and I understand that darkness comes from Africa, so the darker you are, the closer you are to Africa, the less you would say diluted, or the more melanin you got, you would figure the less diluted your bloodline is. But that's not necessarily true, because we are black people, and just like Africans come in different shades, so do we. And all Africans did not intermingle with white people. So watch it. You know what I'm saying? And if you walked, if you were just walking down the street, on a regular normal American street, you can see a black American. I'm using black American because to make this a point. A black American like myself, next walking by an African from Africa, American, by a Hispanic American, near a Muslim, maybe Arab, could be a Samoan, a Filipino, um, who else can I think of? Well, Filipino is Asian in a sense. I know I'm missing somebody. Indian or Hindu. And in cases you would assume that everybody's just black until they open up their mouths. So you gotta be careful about that black biracial thing, because on looks alone, you don't necessarily know if somebody's black or biracial, because we've lost the ability to see that. Because when we're saying that Stephen Curry is 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 biracial, and Russell Wilson is biracial, and The Rock, who is actually biracial, is black, or the president, who is actually biracial, is black, or Halle Berry, who's actually biracial, is black. You know, let's just let bygones be good bygones, because we're all over the place with it. Peace.